Have you noticed how gas prices have been skyrocketing lately? It's not just you, drivers across the globe are feeling the pinch. The world is currently caught in a vortex of gas price volatility. From the bustling city streets of Tokyo to the wide-open roads of Montana, the numbers on the gas station signs are ticking upwards and causing a stir. Now let's focus our lenses on Eastern Canada. You'd think that being next door to one of the world's largest oil producers might shield them from these fluctuations, but it's quite the contrary. Eastern Canada is feeling the heat more than most. The gas prices here aren't just rising, they're soaring, leaving drivers and commuters in the lurch. But why is this happening? Well, the reasons are as complex as they are numerous. They stretch from the oil fields of the Middle East to the fracking sites of North America, from international politics to environmental concerns, and from global market dynamics to local economic factors. The world of gas prices is a perfect storm of interconnecting and often conflicting interests. And it's not just the drivers who are bearing the brunt of these price hikes. The ripple effects are being felt far and wide. The cost of goods and services are climbing, public transportation fares are increasing, and even the price of a simple pizza delivery is going up. These shockwaves are being felt in the pockets of every individual, every family, every business. So, the question on everyone's mind, what's causing these gas price shockwaves? It's a question with no simple answer, but let's not shy away from the complexities. Instead, let's dive in and unravel the threads that make up this intricate tapestry of global gas prices. Stay tuned as we take a deep dive into the world of oil, gas, and the factors that are driving these prices to unprecedented heights. So, what's causing these gas price shockwaves? Let's dive in. Many factors come into play when we talk about gas prices. It's not as simple as supply and demand. When we delve into the world of gas prices, we're stepping into a complex web of interconnected elements. It's not just about how much oil is being produced and how much is being consumed. Global oil prices, for instance, have a significant impact. They are influenced by myriad factors, from geopolitical tensions to weather conditions that can disrupt oil production. Speaking of geopolitical tensions, let's take a moment to consider their role. Whenever there's instability in oil-rich regions, it can cause oil prices to spike. This is because the uncertainty can disrupt oil production and distribution, leading to a decrease in supply. And when supply decreases while demand remains constant or increases, prices go up. But it's not just about what's happening halfway across the globe. Domestic factors play a role too. Taxes, for instance, can significantly impact gas prices. Higher taxes on gasoline can lead to higher prices at the pump. Exchange rates also come into the picture. When the value of the dollar falls relative to other currencies, it becomes more expensive to buy oil, which is priced in dollars on the global market. This can translate into higher gas prices. And then there's fracking. This controversial practice has had a profound impact on the U.S. energy landscape. Thanks to fracking, the U.S. has become energy self-sufficient. This has led to a trade surplus in energy, reduced oil imports, and increased oil exports. It's a significant shift that has had far-reaching implications for gas prices. So you see, when we talk about gas prices, we're really talking about a multitude of factors, all interacting in complex ways. It's like dropping a stone into a pond. The stone might be small, but the ripples it creates can reach far and wide. These factors together are causing a ripple effect, leading to what we now know as gas price shockwaves. While some regions are experiencing lower gas prices, Eastern Canada is feeling the brunt of these shockwaves. Let's delve into why this is happening. The factors affecting gas prices are as diverse as the landscapes of Canada itself. First off, distribution and refining costs play a significant role in shaping the price at the pump. Eastern Canada has fewer refineries compared to the western part of the country, and this lack of local refining capacity causes prices to surge. Think of it this way, if you're baking a cake and you have all the ingredients at home, it's cheaper for you. But if you have to buy your eggs from the neighbor, your flour from the store 2 blocks away, and your sugar from the next town over, the cost of your cake goes up. That's essentially what's happening in Eastern Canada. The ingredients for their gasoline cake aren't readily available, and they have to pay more for it. Moreover, the region's reliance on imported oil adds another layer to the price cake. While the western provinces are flush with homegrown oil, Eastern Canada has to import a significant portion of its supply. This dependence on foreign oil leaves the region subject to global price fluctuations and the whims of international politics. And remember, when we talk about imported oil, we're not just talking about the cost of the raw product. We're also talking about the cost of getting it from the oil fields of the Middle East, or the fracking sites in the United States, to the gas stations in Halifax or St. John S. Transport costs, tariffs, and other import-related expenses all add up, making the gas more expensive for the end user. The irony is that while fracking in the United States has led to a surplus of energy and lower prices for many, it's not the same story in eastern Canada. The region doesn't have the same level of access to this cheaper source of energy, and as a result, it's more susceptible to price shocks. So while others are saving, drivers in eastern Canada are left to pick up the tab. The impact of these shockwaves on drivers' wallets is undeniable. We're not just talking about a few extra cents at the pump. The ripples of these surges are felt far and wide, influencing every facet of daily life. Picture this: you're a driver who commutes daily. The sudden hike in gas prices means you're spending significantly more on fuel every week. That's less money for groceries, bills, and other necessities. In fact, it's like an invisible tax that's been levied on everyone who drives. And it's not just affecting personal vehicles. Public transportation costs are likely to increase as well, as those services also depend on fuel. But the ripple effect doesn't stop there. Consider the truck drivers who transport goods across the country. Higher fuel costs mean higher transportation costs. And who bears the brunt of those increases? You guessed it, the consumers. From the food on your table to the clothes on your back, everything transported by road is likely to see a price increase. And let's not forget about the small businesses that rely on vehicles for their operations. Delivery services, contractors, landscapers. All these professions and more are feeling the pinch. These increased operational costs can lead to job losses or cutbacks, adding another layer of stress to an already tense situation. Then there's the psychological impact. The uncertainty of not knowing how high prices will go, or when they'll stabilize, can be stressful. It's not just about the financial strain, it's also about the constant worry and the feeling of being at the mercy of forces beyond your control. In essence, the shockwaves from rising gas prices are not just shaking up drivers' budgets, they're also reshaping our economy and our lives. The simple act of driving, once taken for granted, has become a source of financial concern and anxiety for many. It's clear that these shockwaves are leaving drivers with more than just a dent in their wallets. With gas prices reaching record highs, what can be done to soften the blow? It's a question on the minds of many, and the answer is not as clear-cut as we'd like. However, potential solutions are emerging, and they revolve around three key areas: renewable energy, fuel efficiency, and policy changes. Firstly, let's talk about renewable energy. It's no secret that the world is shifting towards renewable energy sources, and for good reason. By investing in renewables like solar, wind, and hydroelectric power, we are not only reducing our dependence on fossil fuels but also protecting our environment for future generations. This transition won't happen overnight, but it's a vital step in the right direction. Next, we have fuel efficiency. If we can't avoid using gas, then we should at least make sure we're using it as efficiently as possible. This could mean investing in hybrid or electric vehicles, or simply adopting more fuel-efficient driving habits. Little changes can make a big difference, like keeping your tires properly inflated, sticking to the speed limit, and avoiding unnecessary idling. Finally, we must consider policy changes. Governments have a crucial role to play in shaping the future of our energy landscape. By implementing policies that encourage renewable energy use and promote fuel efficiency, we can start to shift the balance away from fossil fuels. This could include incentives for purchasing electric vehicles, subsidies for renewable energy projects, or even carbon pricing to reflect the true cost of fossil fuel use. It's important to remember, though, that these solutions are interconnected. We can't rely on one alone to solve the issue of rising gas prices. It's going to take a combined effort from individuals, businesses, and governments alike to make a real difference. While there's no quick fix, it's clear that a multifaceted approach is needed to address the issue of rising gas prices. It's a complex issue, but with determination and collective effort, we can pave the way towards a more sustainable and affordable future. Until next time, thanks for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe.